Hey guys, welcome back to our part 4 of our Philippines 2014 FIFA World Cup qualification series. We are in round 4, which is the final round of Asia qualifying. We have a very difficult group to come up against. It's Oman, Australia, South Korea and Japan. I would have been okay with the other group. At least we would have had a half a chance, but this one, honestly, I think is just, it's over. And our first match is going to be away from home against South Korea, a really tough test. I mean, all of them are. I mean, the form's pretty decent. There's a couple of players that are down, a few players that are up. So that might help us in this match today. Here we go then, kicking off the final qualifying group. We are in the big boy zone. The big boy zone. It's just, it's going to be too hard, I think. I mean, we might be able to get a few goals and maybe shake up the group a tiny bit, but I cannot see the Philippines doing an awful lot here in this group. I think it's pretty much 100% over. Not to be pessimistic or anything like that, I just think realistically we are going to struggle. It's a shame really, because if we had a slightly easier group, just like in Group B, we might have actually been able to do something special. It's all down to the final group really. Even if you're playing as a minnow, if you can just squeeze into the final round, you might get lucky and get a good selection of teams, but the Philippines did not get lucky here. Over the top here, South Korea, and they put it in for 1-0. Sung Min, 14 minutes in, and that's 1-0 to South Korea. Just like that, over the top, and there was nothing much we could do. The goalkeeper was the last man, and unfortunately, he didn't make the save. Mulders on the ball. It's a through ball to Kalidong. It's crossed in, and headed out. It's Schrock. Is that a penalty? Is it? It is a penalty. It was a late one. I saw the flag go up on the far side. I was like, surely. And we have a chance to get one back. Younghusband to take it. Might be a bit too powerful. No, it's fine. We scored and that is 1-1. Well done. I mean, it was a foul. I mean, a penalty. But we've got back into the game very quickly. And that's what we need to do when we go one goal down or something like that. We need to get back into the game. So we actually got a goal. That's good. A penalty. But yeah, it's cool. 1-1. Can we keep it like this? Surely this will spur the Philippines on to try and get a shock result. Kalidong. Up to Schrock. We are moving the ball around very nicely here. Just cannot seem to get into the box properly. Look at this. The defending is just too good. Shoot from outside the box, maybe? No. And here comes Lee Dong-guk. He passes it to no one. Philippines defending very well in these first 40 minutes. But I noticed in the schedule that there's a game after this, like literally about 4 days after this. And then 4 days after that, we have another game. Which, on a normal team, that's fine. But with a team with a stamina as low as the Philippines, we're going to struggle. Because we're going to have to play some reserves and substitutes. And they're not as good as the main team, obviously. Crossed in by South Korea, and that's just gone in, and it's Lee Dong-guk with the goal, 2-1. There was two defenders there ready to try and header it away, but he was obviously too powerful, and that's what happens with one-star teams. They just cannot seem to defend that kind of stuff. Another corner to South Korea, 67 minutes played, and that's a header just going wide there from South Korea into the middle. And it's just cut out. We're just too heavy with the touches. It's understandable because we are a smaller team, but it's just too heavy when you want to make quick, speedy plays. And South Korea went for it, and it was saved. Good save. But I think we're going to drop this game, unfortunately. It'll be 2-1. And, yeah, not horrendous by any standard at all, especially from the Philippines, but we still lost. And it was a shame, really, because we did have a few chances, and we couldn't find that second goal, unfortunately. Next up for the Philippines, we have Japan. Look at our form. It's starting to collapse a little bit now. So I don't know how we're going to rescue this because it's just too difficult. Here we go then. At home against Japan for this one. Can the Philippines notch up an unlikely win against Japan? First 20 minutes, and it's been rather uneventful apart from the shot we had. And Younghusband is going through. Trying to twist and turn. Into the middle. And it's gone in. Yes, it's Younghusband who has scored in the 23rd minute to make it 1-0 to the Philippines. Come on! Just a ball into the box, and then we played it across the face of goal, and it was smashed in perfectly by Younghusband. And that's 1-0. So the Philippines are capable of scoring goals, as we've seen in this qualifying campaign so many times. It's just obviously against these bigger sides. Is it a case of our defence, or just the fact that the sides that we're playing are a lot bigger than us? It's probably a bit of both. It's crossed in, and that is a header that's just glanced wide. And again, another chance for Japan goes missing. Here comes Okazaki just before half time. He crosses it in. It was a bad cross, and we header it away for half time here. And surprisingly, the Philippines are leading 1-0 over Japan. That's great so far, but obviously stamina will come into play in a second, and well, yeah, it's not going to be in our favour once Japan start putting a lot of pressure on us. Honda to whip it in, and it's caught by Everidge. 60 minutes have been played, and still no goal from Japan, which is brilliant. It's a through ball, and here comes Younghusband. Gonna have to twist and turn here, and we still have it. We are still working our way in, and it's a great save. It was scrappy, that sort of chance. A lot of misplaced passes, but it still worked out in our favour towards the end. Over the top here, that's not good. And they go for it, it's wide, and Kagawa there puts it wide for Japan. I thought he would have pushed on through and maybe tapped it in, but luckily we got to him in time. Look at the stamina on some of these players. They've done so well to hold on. But yeah, we're going to have to take off some players because obviously it will screw us over if, you know, we concede towards the end. We just need defenders, really. Just clear it. Just do whatever you can with it. We're so tired. We can't even do anything on the ball, like anything worthwhile. This might be the end of the game. Thrown away. And that is the end of the game. The Philippines have just beaten Japan by 1-0. We scored the goal and then we just sat back and soaked up a bit of pressure, and Japan couldn't get their shots on target. So if you look at the table after 2 games, the Philippines are actually sat in 3rd right now, obviously losing 1 game and winning this game. So we're not that far behind, but again, it's still early days. Our next game is away from home against Australia, and the form has just disappeared. I would have thought that after beating Japan 1-0 that most of these players would have green form, but I don't know with this game. Here we go then, away from home against Australia. It's going to be a really tough game because this game actually was about 5 days after the Japan match. 5 days to recover. It's not enough. You need like a week or just beyond a week with these smaller teams to get the stamina back up to 100%. It's going to be a very tough test for the Philippines, especially away from home. I'm fairly sure we played Australia in the last round, and we didn't do too brilliantly there. But here comes Younghusband, and it's saved. Hold on. It's a goal! And Calidong has scored in the 5th minute to make it 1-0 to the Philippines. We're shocking everybody here. Like, you know, okay, we've lost and won a game, but we're scoring goals. And that goal was just, well, obviously the pass to Younghusband was really good because he stayed on side. And then it deflected out to Calidong, who was able to finish it off really nicely. Over the top. Can we play a ball back into the box? We can. And go on. Oh, he didn't shoot. He could have had 2 if he had put that one away. Just a little tap. That's all it needed. Comes Cruz on the ball. He tries to lob it into the box, but again it's offside. Philippines offside trap working like a charm at the moment. Oh, deflection. Lucky deflection, might I add. And it's a through ball. Can we get there? Not quite. And it's bounced away. I don't know why Australia are playing this awkwardly. Maybe they've underestimated us for this round because, you know, they just think we're easy pickings. But no, not like the last round, Australia. Crossed in, it's headed and caught by Everidge. And we're going to go into half-time once it's booted away with the score at 1-0 to the Philippines. Amazing performance. You know, the goal in the 5th minute from a deflection, that's all you need sometimes. And then we're just defending as well as we can. I hate how sometimes it's so easy for the AI to tackle you. I know we're a small team and it's supposed to be like realistic. I get that. I get what the game's trying to do. But it is a little annoying when you can't retain possession of the ball. But still, we've done alright. Well, so far so good. An hour has been played, more than an hour, and we're still ahead, which is amazing. And here comes Schrock. He's taking it away. Is this a chance? Oh, what a save! What a save! That would have been 2-0, 100% in any other situation. Cruz. He crosses it in. It's headed. It's gone in. There we go. That big save inspired the equaliser. Kennedy has scored to make it 1-1. And it was just so simple. He's taller than all of my defenders. And of course, they hit me where it hurts. Headering the ball in the back of the net for 1-1. Again, we're going to have to make a triple substitution because some of these players are at like 1 stamina and I cannot afford any of them to be injured. Go on. Oh, okay, well, we got the point. We got the point. We have 4 points in this group. We are battling for every single thing we do. We're not getting blown away yet. And I'm glad that we survived that fixture congestion sort of thing. You know, having like 3 games in the space of a week and a half is absolutely nuts. Like for professional footballers, like some of Australia's players, of course, that's easy. But the Philippines only have like maybe like 4 professional footballers maybe on this squad. The rest of them I've never even heard of before. Probably part-timers. But yeah, I don't know. But we did it anyway. We got the draw, and that's what I'm so happy about. As you can see on the table here, it's still close, but we are fighting. Japan and Oman have a game in hand, so yeah, we'll see what comes of that. So our 4th match of this campaign, and the halfway point is against Oman. We're back at home for this one, and this is one that we need to try and win if we're going to keep pace with the rest of the group. The group is very close. We've fallen down to 4th place because Japan beat Oman in the time that we played our game just against Australia to now. They played at a different date. So, yeah, we do need to try and get a result against Oman. But they are a tricky team. Most runs that I've done on 2014, most of the time you'll see Oman randomly qualify from this region. And rightly so. They are a very good 3-star team. Philippines have a throw-in. Thrown into the box. And we got it. Oh, just about. But we couldn't retain possession there. Bit annoying. This Oman team is very good. Like, not to be messed with. And it's annoying as well because there's no other minnow that made it in our group. In the other group, there are teams that are like slightly smaller. So we might have done a bit better than what we have done now. But I don't know. We put up a valiant effort. But I still might think it could end in heartbreak. Younghusband to cross it in. That's a really good ball, and that's gone in. That has gone in. Younghusband to Younghusband connection, and that is 1-0. Both Younghusbands linked up there to score the goal. Fantastic corner, and it's gone in. It's crossed in, and oh, that's dodgy. Philippine goalkeeper Everidge just fumbled that a bit, but it's okay. We're safe. Philippines struggling to defend here. As here comes Saleh, and okay, what is going on there? Thankfully, it's picked up in the end. Goalkeeper just needs to, you know, remove the butter off his gloves and actually, you know, start picking it up properly. Can't be chucking this lead away. It's an important game because Oman, by star rating, obviously are the weakest team in the group next to us. It's slid out there by the Philippines. Great defending to stop Oman from attacking and everything. Of course, they are going to have a few attempts because, well, they will do once we start to tire out. Here's an attempt here, and it's just blocked. Well, Oman haven't done an awful lot in this game, which is surprising because I said that they're quite dangerous, but maybe because they're bottom of the table, they've been kind of destroyed by some of the bigger sides, whereas us, we haven't been destroyed, so we've been able to maintain pretty decent form. But I don't know, man. I don't know, they just haven't been themselves in this game. They haven't really had a proper attempt on goal. And whilst I'm happy about that, it just doesn't feel 100% right. As Great Witch loses the ball there and headed back in. And outside of the box, can we do something? It's saved by Al Habsi. Younghusband again to whip it into the box. And oh, it's gone in. And that's another goal by Younghusband. The Younghusband duo is absolutely sensational. Look, corner from Younghusband straight to the other Younghusband. Well, I'd love that. I absolutely love that we are shaking up this group. It's not been an absolute disaster like I've sort of predicted. And that is going to be it. We have beaten Oman by 2-0, and the Philippines get another valuable 3 points on the board. So at the halfway point, we have 7 points. I don't know where that leaves us in the group. We're going to have to check. That actually leaves us top of the pile at the halfway stage. Look at that. The Philippines are running it with Japan and Australia and South Korea. It's extremely close between those four. As long as we finish in the 3rd place spot, I don't really mind. I mean, realistically, that's what I'm gunning for. But we're only at the top because our goal difference is actually pretty decent. So, well done. So our next match of the campaign is against South Korea. But we're back at home for this one. And the Philippines have picked up a lot of form recently, I feel. It feels like we are actually quite competitive for a 1.5-star team. If we can beat South Korea, then we can really give ourselves a chance to qualify automatically, potentially, for this World Cup. South Korea is the only team we lost against, but it was our first game. Over the top here, and it's saved. Brilliant save. Crossed in, and batted away by the goalkeeper. Bit sloppy, but it's okay. He saved the other effort. Just got to be tight at the back and make sure that we just don't lose our final 4 games. We just need to try and see if we can get a win somewhere. I know that we've got 2 wins and 1 draw, but I feel like these teams are going to really step it up against us now that it's almost the end of qualifying. Crossed in. And this is a perfect chance. No, they didn't get that shot. And what's going on? That better not be a pen. I think it's offside. Oh, it was offside. I did take someone out in that build-up as well. So I was hoping that was no penalty there. And at half-time, it's still 0-0 between these two. The Philippines have had a half a chance and South Korea have had like 3. Now that's a great ball and great save. Please get rid of it. Thank you. Out to the Philippines here. Schrock. Edge of the box. And oh my goodness, that's gone in. From distance, Schrock has scored in the 85th minute, and we might have just stolen this. That's a brilliant attempt. It just went straight in. We just absolutely stunned South Korea, and Schrock might have won the game for us, and a huge step in automatic qualifying. Unbelievable. We were under so much pressure in this game, and then we just pulled out that. In the 85th minute, South Korea must be so angry about that. Well, they would be if it was a real team, you know, as in like a real life team, not a video game. But they still go for it. Oh my goodness, they just did it straight back to her. Ki Sung-young has scored in the 89th minute, and that is 1-1. There was literally like nothing I could do, because the defence left a massive gap and he just struck it from distance and went straight in. And it goes straight to him. And can we get it? Yes, we can. Oh, why would you blow the whistle there, ref? A player was going through and you're like, yeah, I'm going to blow the whistle. It's like, what? But a well-earned draw and almost a win. Almost. A win would have been so amazing, but a draw still good, because that means we got a point, obviously, and we got 3 more games left to play. So after that game, that amazing end to that game, we are still in 2nd place, you know, with a game more played than Japan. So Japan have to play a game on us, which could be annoying in future, but we just need to, I guess, hold our own and do as much as possible to try and get out of this group. Our next match then is away from home against Japan, another big team that we have to try and hold up against. It's going through, and it's blocked. Japan, it's blocked, but they got another chance and it rolls in. That's 1-0, and Havenar has scored in the 6th minute for Japan. Oh no, not great. We're falling apart at the end of the campaign, and it was just a deflection. A deflection again. Through ball, Schrock trying to make it through, and he can't quite do it. There's no strength there. And the problem is as well, if we lose this match, then the stat decrease will be even heavier. It just hasn't been here for the Philippines in this half. It's just not been good enough. Like, the passing that we experienced before isn't there anymore because all players' stats are down. We're 1-0 down. I really feel like the game like punished us severely for conceding in the last minute to South Korea. We're approaching the 75th minute and there really hasn't been anything here for the Philippines. It just feels like I'm not in control. You just as well unplug the controller and let the AI play at this stage because they probably do a better job than me at the moment. I'm only 1-0 down as well. I'm not really mad about losing. I'm mad at the fact that this stat decrease has really like messed everything up. Well, I think we're just going to have to accept this loss. It just hasn't been our day. Even Japan haven't been that good. They really haven't, but there will be a goal here. There we go, because our poor defending let us down and having our scores again. Japan will win this game, and well, I can't help but feel just so screwed over by the game's form system right now. I really cannot just like express how annoyed I am at the fact that we concede a late goal to South Korea and it tanks my team's form. I do get it in a way because you technically bottled it, and I know it's on world class, so it's going to be unforgiving. But do you know what I mean? It's not like we got like destroyed 6-0 to the point where we're just completely useless. We're actually leading in the game. But I get it. Japan are better than us, and they were down to win this match. And there is a chance here. Is there a goal? No, there isn't. We couldn't even shoot. Like, that's what I mean. It just affects every aspect of the pitch, and it just sucks. It really just sucks. Even there, we couldn't get the ball off the goalkeeper, and we lose to Japan. I mean, I'm not angry that we lost against Japan. I'm angry at the form system. So if you have a look at the right-hand side, Japan and Australia are now leading in those top two positions, and we are third with well, basically our goal difference by 1 goal. Luckily, Oman drew against South Korea, so they pinned them back enough to keep them at bay for now. But Japan and Australia have a game in hand against each other, which could work out in our favour if we can bounce back. We really need to try and bounce back here, but look at this form. Because we got beaten by Japan, it's gone down even more, and the only player that can really help us is Younghusband, the striker, not the midfielder. So yeah, I just don't know, man. 2 more games. We have to try and pin Australia back at home for this one. And we need to try our best to beat Australia. But our form has absolutely tanked, like I said a million times. Into the middle. The through ball. Can we get it? We have. Go on. Yes! We scored. How did the goalkeeper not even like pick that up? And Younghusband has scored in the 6th minute. Despite the poor form, we tackled their defender and somehow managed to keep it in front of goal, because if we went any further forward, it definitely would have got saved. But luckily he turned to the left, accidentally might I add as well, because I didn't plan it, and it went straight in for goal number 1. And that's a ball into the box. And Australia have scored because my goalkeeper come out of position. I didn't tell him to do that, but he did it anyway. Kennedy has scored to make it 1-1. Okay, back at level pegging then. Look, that ball there, just where is the defence? Where is it? I know we're a 1-star team, but where is the defence? And the goalkeeper there coming out and not meeting it properly. Everett just has a problem in this this sole video at actually picking up the ball. Oh, great header. Holman on the ball for Australia. Lovely tackling, by the way. I love that. And that just goes wide. Our tackling is just non-existent right now. Earlier in the campaign, it was so good. And now it's just gone to absolute... well, it's just gone down the toilet. Let's just say that. It's a good cross. And that was lucky. I didn't press any button there, but that was lucky. It could have been deemed as a foul as we go into half-time with the score at 1-1. I'm really, really scared about conceding. I don't want to. I'm trying to preserve this draw because at the moment Japan and South Korea are drawing with each other, and that will mean that the table stays the same and it will give us half a chance to qualify automatically. I am holding on to that playoff spot, but I kind of want to push for the automatic if I can. It might be greedy, but when it's there, and you've got to go and go for it, haven't you? Just trying to twist and turn as much as possible. And outside of the box, and it's blocked. 70th minute, we have a corner. Is there any hope for the Philippines to score? Younghusband crosses it in, and oh, go on, please, please, please. Yes, yes, yes. Caledon has scored to make it 2-1. And I don't know how Australia didn't clear that. The goalkeeper failed to pick it up, and the Philippines have been given a gift again. This could be a big 3 points if we can get it. Younghusband, just go for it. Okay. We might have wasted enough time. I hope so. Oh, that was a mistake. And yes, it's 3-1. It's 3-1. Younghusband has scored in the 90th minute from a mistake from the Australian defence. And the Philippines are 3-1 up against them. This could be the biggest day in their history. It's a miracle. It's an absolute miracle. As we've just beaten Australia by 3-1, and there's one more game remaining. We have to look at the final table because, well, not the final table, the almost final table, because Japan and South Korea have drawn, which is not good for either of those teams. Alright guys, so this is a situation going into the final match of qualifying. So the Philippines have got Oman for the final game. Oman cannot qualify, they have had a horrible campaign. So as long as we do something, we're good. However, Japan and Australia have a game against each other, and South Korea cannot qualify either, by the way. They've already played a game more somehow. But Japan and Australia have to play each other. Now, if Australia win that game, then we're screwed if we lose, because they will overtake us and we'll go into the playoff position, which is still great, but now that we're in the second place position, I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose this position. But if Japan beat Australia, then it's all good. I'm hoping that happens. But it's an uncallable game. It really is. It's so uncallable. But if we do end up in the playoffs, at the moment, it looks like Uzbekistan is our opponent, unless Lebanon or Kuwait have something to say about it. The form is still down after beating Australia. Like, why? Why? We beat them 3-1, one of the biggest results of the whole campaign for us, and yeah, we've got negative form. So our final game of this qualifying round is against Oman. All we need to do is not lose. That's all we need to do, because, well, actually, we just need to play our best and hope that Australia don't win. Caledon to cross it in. Header by Schrock. It's gone in. It's gone in. 9 minutes in and we scored a header. And the Philippines seem to be really good at scoring headers for a team that, wow, don't have great headering stats. But there we go. It's 1-0. And we've got 1 foot in the door for automatic qualification. Habsi boots it away. Oman have been awkward, but we're lucky that we got the goal, because they've been so annoying to tackle and everything like that. We're in a really dodgy position because we are winning, but obviously it can all come crashing down if we concede a goal. I don't want to do that, but I just know that it could potentially happen because we are a small team, obviously. Younghusband crosses it in, and oh, that could have been one, but we got the ball back. No, we haven't anymore. Boot it away, and once it trickles out of play here, it will be game over. The Philippines have beaten Oman by 1-0 and will advance to the World Cup automatically, which is just stunning. Here, I can't get too excited because if I get loud, then it's making my laptop overheat for some reason. I don't know why, it's weird, but there we go. We've qualified. An absolutely amazing job by the Philippines here, and we'll get a 5th part, which is insane to me. Australia did beat Japan in the end, so I'm lucky that we didn't draw or lose that game. And look at that, we finish with 14 points, the same as Japan, and the same as Australia, but our goal difference kept us in that second place spot, and it was only because we conceded 1 goal less than Australia, which is just incredible. Absolutely amazing. So we are at the draw for the World Cup now, finally. So we're gonna just draw every single team and see what group the Philippines end up in this 2014 FIFA World Cup run. So the first team is the Philippines in Group B. All right, cool. Straight away we know where we are. So in Group G, it's Russia. In Group E, it's Serbia. In Group D, it's Spain. In Group F, it's Iran. In Group F is Argentina. In Group A is Algeria. In Group E is USA. In H is Morocco. In Group B it's Georgia. Okay, who else? In Group F it's England. Okay, we're avoiding the bigger teams. Group C, Ivory Coast. Group E, Portugal. Again, still no bigger team in our group. Czech Republic in Group C. In Group F is Nigeria, of course. Argentina had to be paired with Nigeria. It is the rules. In Group C, it's Bahrain. In Group G, it's Burkina Faso. In Group H, it's Belgium. In Group G, it's Germany. In Group E, it's Chile. And in Group A, we have France. In Group G, it's Mexico. Who's going to be in our group then? It must be a smaller team, surely. Group H, Bosnia. In Group D, Jamaica made it. In Group H, Japan. Okay. Group B, Uruguay. Okay. Well, it had to be a bigger team, and it's Uruguay. Let's find out who's next. Australia in Group D. In Group C, it's Colombia. In Group A, it's Panama. In Group D, it's Italy. There's only 2 more spots remaining. Who is it going to be? B, Romania. Okay, not that bad. And in Group A, it's obviously Brazil because they are the hosts. So that is your World Cup, and a bit of a random group for the Philippines. Alright then, so now that the World Cup is set to play, let's go back on the qualification stage and see who came close, etc, etc. So in Africa, we're going to skip all these preliminary games, even though there are some good games there. We're going to skip to the final round and see who made it. So Ivory Coast beat Zambia 5-1. Then we got Nigeria beating Egypt 6-0 over the 2 legs. We have Algeria beating Cameroon 4-1 over the 2 legs, and then Burkina Faso beating Uganda 5-1 over the 2 legs, and then Morocco beating Congo DR in arguably the most entertaining game of them all, 6-3 on aggregate. So yeah, well done to all those teams that made it from Africa. In Asia, obviously we know ours, but let's have a look and see how the playoffs went down, and it was Australia beating Uzbekistan by a single goal, 1-0. Okay, OFC, how did it go down? We have Tahiti winning the whole thing in OFC, so they went to the playoffs, which is, again, quite surprising because usually it's New Zealand, but congratulations to Tahiti for breaking the mold. In CONMEBOL, it looks like this. So Argentina got 39 points, Colombia with 36, Uruguay with 32, and Chile with 21. They all automatically qualified, with Venezuela going to the playoffs. And we can check out the playoffs here. Australia beat Venezuela by 3-2 over the 2 legs. And Panama beat Tahiti 4-1 over the 2 legs. Tahiti doing well in the first leg, but then didn't have enough to beat Panama in the second leg. In CONCACAF, it looked like this in the end. So we had Mexico, Jamaica, and United States obviously qualifying, and Panama going to the playoffs, obviously. Guatemala and Trinidad and Tobago missing out by a few points. And finally, in UEFA, the biggest one that we have to look at, let's just have a look quickly and see who almost made it, etc. So Group A, Croatia and Serbia in the same group. That's pretty mental, but Belgium did well in that group, and Serbia go to the playoffs. In Group B, Denmark missed out by a point to the Czech Republic to that playoff position, and same situation in Group C with Sweden missing out by a single point on the playoffs against the Netherlands. Romania and Switzerland got the same amount of points in Group D, but obviously Romania qualified automatically. Turkey missing out by 3 points on that playoff spot. Portugal and Slovenia having good campaigns. Albania missing out by 6 points. In Group F, it was Bosnia dominating that group with Russia going to the playoff. In Group G, it was England and Slovakia going through to the playoffs and automatic spots. In Group H, it was dominated by Spain and France, as you would expect, to be fair, especially with Ukraine, Moldova and San Marino in there. And in Group I, it was really anyone's, to be fair, and it was Georgia who took it, obviously because they qualified 19 points, and Azerbaijan, I presume, went to the playoffs. And we can have a look at those playoffs now, with Russia beating Azerbaijan 3-1 over the 2 legs. Serbia beat Slovakia 3-2 over the 2 legs. And then we have another 3-2 win, but this time for the Czech Republic over Switzerland. And the final playoff game, France beat Slovenia by 5-1. So that is your whole entire run with the Philippines done, apart from the World Cup portion. So tune in next time for that. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video today. It might be in places a little bit stuttery, potentially, because my encoder was overheating, and I do apologize for that. I should have noticed, but I didn't, sadly. I've been sat in this room for 2 hours and I'm literally sweating like crazy. It's so hot today. But yeah, please give it a like and subscribe, and keep it local as always. And I'll see you again for the next video.